Okay, so welcome back to the channel. I'm getting ready to do the head bearing adjustment and the rocker adjustment on the Springer front end. So I ordered the head bearing, the steering bearing wrench tool. So I got this from V-Twin. Already checked it out. It's a little tight, but it fits, and it's going to do the job. I also went online and got Clymer's, Haynes' online service manual, and it covers heritages from 2000 to 2005, I believe. I think it's 2005. Springers and regular front ends. So I'm kind of going over the procedures to do it, and there's a huge error in what Clymer says to do. And I kind of verified this through one of the HD forums. So let me move my camera and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's take a look at the Haynes manual. You can see I got that up here on the screen. So this covers the Harleys from Twin Cam 2000 to 2005, which is going to. So I got a lifetime subscription. I think it only cost me 39 bucks, but it's wasted if the manual is not actually right. So we'll go over here. We'll take a look at it. You can see right here. Let me see if I can highlight that. So that would be my bike, FLSTS, and then there's the FLSTSI, which is the injected one. I have the carbureted one from. So there's 2000 to 2004. Then there's the FXST, which is going to be the software standard. So they only really have just one for the Springer. So let's go over here, and we'll look at front suspension, steering, Springer fork. Click this on, and this just kind of tells you what it is. This chapter covers the handlebar, steering head, and fork assemblies for the FXTX and all other models covered in Chapter 10. So we're going to go to steering play adjustment. And here we have the front suspension, steering, Springer fork. I think that's the one I just clicked on. Yeah, I just clicked on that. So we go to the steering play adjustment. So if you see, if you come down here, I mean, that's the tool that I bought right there. So adjustment FXSTS. So you can see it's coming down, and they're talking about disconnect the clutch cable, disconnect the throttle cable, loosen the pinch bolt, put masking tape across the front fender. So this is the follow away method here. Now notice how they say the FXSTS model. So they're doing the follow away model, tells you everything here. So here's my model, the FLSTS. This fork has more weight on the right side than on the left. The balance point is just off the full left lock position. Again, detach clutch, throttle, remove the acorn nut rubber washer, which, mine has that. Now, they're talking about hang a plumb bob from the hole in the rear fender. So my fender doesn't have the rear hole in it. Place a ruler on the floor directly under the plumb bob with the plumb bob pointing at the gray area. Align the pins on the special tool, to tighten. And so they have this actually backwards from what it should be. Here's the question I asked on the, this is one of the HD forums. Trying to figure out the factory service. According to Clymer's FXSTS model, is use the follow-away method. However, the FLSTS model is use the method of attaching the plumb bob. Okay, which is wrong. So this person used the follow-away method. He's going to send me a service manual. Is this the same person? Cruising 1966. So down here, this person actually did take a picture of the service manual. So this is all but FLSTS, and FXSTS. Right, so here's the FLSTS model. This is right from the service manual. And it tells you in here, it actually mentions follow away in here. Yeah, right here. Follow away by itself. So they're talking about the follow away method in the service manual. And on the FXSTS, you can see here they're using the plumb bob method.
So the Clymer manual is 100% wrong when it comes to this. I think I watched a video earlier on somebody else that was talking about this method also. Something adjustment that they said was wrong in the Clymer manual, but this thing is it's just totally wrong. It's reversed of what you need to do. So I'll wait for the service manual to come in, and we'll do the fall away method. I think in the meantime, what I'm going to do is take somebody's advice on this HD forum and just tighten the adjustment off until I feel a little resistance on turning the wheel, and then back it off a little bit. They said they've done that and the wobble went away in their bike. I'm not going to be riding that much, until winter time. So even if I ruin the bearing in it, I'm going to be replacing the bearings and the races in it anyway this winter. So, but at least I can test it to see if the wobble's going to be done. So I'll be doing another video on adjusting that, and I'll be doing another video on the rocker adjustments on the lower end of the Springer, because those I have to adjust those too. I don't think that's the problem for the wobble. I think it's the head adjustment. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me some comments. What do you think about that? What do you think about the Clymer manual over the service manual? I take the service manual over that Clymer any day of the week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.